Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope you guys are doing great. Happy Sunday. We got 15 matchups on this MLB slate today, so be sure to like and subscribe. Check out all my links in the description below. And guys, you guys can still hop in the giveaway. Be sure to comment your favorite sports team or player in the giveaway video that I posted a few days ago. So that is still active, so be sure to hop in there and do that if you haven't already. And yeah, we'll hop in it. Very busy slate today. 15 matchups as we close out the weekend. Starting with the Los Angeles Angels versus the Baltimore Orioles. Angels opening up as road favorites at -115. Baltimore -105 with the over-under at 9. Pitching for the Angels is Jose Suarez with an ERA of 4.30. His last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Pitching for the Orioles is Austin Voth with an ERA of 7.20. His last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 3 runs, and had 3 strikeouts. The Angels on a 3-game losing streak against Baltimore right now. It's just been rough for the Angels. And then Baltimore on a 7-game win streak right now. They're playing really good baseball. And I'm going to take Baltimore +1.5 at home. Hard to trust the Angels. Haven't been that great. Struggled in this series so far. I'm going to take Baltimore +1.5 at home. Next matchup, we have the Washington Nationals versus the Atlanta Braves. Braves opening up as home favorites at -220. Washington +180 with the over-under at 10. Pitching for the Nationals is Paolo Espino with an ERA of 3.33. His last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Pitching for the Braves is Ian Anderson with an ERA of 5.09. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run, and had 3 strikeouts. Washington on a 3-game losing streak. They're 1-9 in their last 10. Been playing very bad here. Atlanta on a 2-game winning streak so far in this series against Washington. I'm taking the Braves at home here. They've just been played very well. Ian Anderson's had a rough couple games on the mound here, but I just don't trust the Nationals whatsoever. So I'm taking the Braves at home. Next matchup, we have the Miami Marlins versus the New York Mets. Mets opening up as home favorites at -125. The Marlins +105 with the over-under at 7. Pitching for the Marlins is Sandy Alcantara with an ERA of 1.82. His last start, he pitched 8 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 10 strikeouts. Pitching for the Mets is Taijuan Walker with an ERA of 2.86. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 3 runs, and had 9 strikeouts. Miami losing to the Mets yesterday, 5-4. Miami is 6-2 on the road, so they are playing pretty good road baseball here. I'd say a pretty even pitching matchup. I do like Sandy on the mound. I mean, he's been phenomenal all season for the Marlins here. Got the cover yesterday as the underdog here. Close game. I think it'll be another close one again as well. So I'm going to take Marlins +1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we have the Tampa Bay Rays versus Cincinnati Reds. Rays opening up as road favorites at -145. The Reds +125 with the over-under at 9. Pitching for the Rays is Shane Baz with an ERA of 2.92. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, and had 7 strikeouts. Pitching for the Reds is Nick Lodolo with an ERA of 4.19. His last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 0 runs, and had 8 strikeouts. Tampa Bay on a 2-game losing streak against the Reds here. Reds quietly playing very well in this series so far. And, Rays definitely been killing everyone's parlays. That is for sure here. I'm still sticking with Tampa, even though they're killing us. Love Shane Baz on the mound. I just don't think the Reds can keep it up and just keep on beating up on the Rays. I just don't think it's going to happen. Not going to jump ship here. I'm taking the Rays on the road. Next matchup, we have the Cleveland Guardians versus the Kansas City Royals. Cleveland opening up as road favorites at -125. The Royals +105 with the over-under at 8.5. Pitching for the Guardians is Zach Plesac with an ERA of 3.80. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, and had 3 strikeouts. Pitching for the Royals is Zach Greinke with an ERA of 4.85. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 6 runs, and had 2 strikeouts. Cleveland beating up on Kansas City yesterday, 13-1. Just not a good day for the Royals yesterday. Cleveland is 6-1 against Kansas City, so they've played very well against the Royals. Don't really love Greinke on the mound, coming off a 6-run game here. Zach Plesac's been actually very good on the mound for the Guardians here, so I'm gonna take Cleveland on the road. Next matchup, we have the Detroit Tigers versus the Chicago White Sox. The White Sox opening up as home favorites at -180. Detroit +160 with the over-under at 9. Pitching for the Tigers is Drew Hutchinson with an ERA of 4.30. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run, and had 2 strikeouts. Pitching for the White Sox is Michael Kopech with an ERA of 3.34. His last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 6 runs, and had 5 strikeouts. Yeah, Detroit coming off a bad loss yesterday against the White Sox. Just wasn't meant to be for Detroit yesterday. I'm taking Detroit +1.5 on the road here. Hutchinson's been pretty decent in his last 3 starts, and Michael Kopech has been not his last 3 starts. He's given up 12 runs. I do not love that. Detroit coming up, I doubt they get beat like they did yesterday. That was just one of those games that happens to every team. I'm going to take Detroit +1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we have the Pittsburgh Pirates versus the Milwaukee Brewers. Brewers opening up as home favorites at -180. The Pirates +150 with the over-under at 8. Pitching for the Pirates is Jose Quintana with an ERA of 3.11. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run, and had 7 strikeouts. Pitching for the Brewers is Eric Lauer with an ERA of 3.84. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, and had 9 strikeouts. Pittsburgh beating the Brewers yesterday 4-3. You know, just one of those games. Eric Lauer, he's been all right here. I just love the Brewers off a bounce back. I just don't trust the Pirates to win 2 in a row here on the Brewers, where they're just 3-11 against Milwaukee. So they're really not beating the Brewers twice in a row, or beating many teams twice in a row, honestly. I'm going to take the Brewers at home. Next matchup, we have the Philadelphia Phillies versus the St. Louis Cardinals. Cardinals opening up as home favorites at -115. The Phillies -105 with the over-under at 9. Pitching for the Phillies is Nick Nelson with an ERA of 4.17. Has not really pitched this season here, so doesn't have much stats. Pitching for the Cardinals is Andre Palante with an ERA of 3.03. His last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 7 runs, and had 5 strikeouts. Phillies on a 3-game winning streak. They've beaten the St. Louis in the last 2 games, 1-0 and 2-0, shutting them out both games here. I'm going to take Phillies +1.5 on the road. It's been a close series this entire 2 games. Cardinals just haven't scored at all. They've been very unreliable as a favorite. And, probably a bullpen game for the Phillies, but I'm going to take Phillies +1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we have the Minnesota Twins versus the Texas Rangers. Rangers opening up as home favorites at -120. The Twins +100 with the over-under at 8.5. Pitching for the Twins is Dylan Bundy with an ERA of 4.50. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run and had 6 strikeouts. Pitching for the Rangers is Dane Dunning with an ERA of 4.15. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs and had 5 strikeouts. And Minnesota on a 3-game losing streak, losing back-to-back games to the Rangers. Pretty even pitching matchup here. Both pitchers pitching, kind of about the same. Dylan Bundy's been actually all right for the Twins here. I'm going to take Twins +1.5 on the road. Minnesota did cover in the first game. Only lost by 2 in the last game. Been a pretty tight series here, so I'm going to take Twins +1.5. Next matchup, we have the Houston Astros versus the Oakland Athletics. Houston opening up as road favorites at -185. Oakland +155 with the over-under at 8. Pitching for Houston is Jake Odorizzi with an ERA of 4.04. His last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 5 runs and had 3 strikeouts. Pitching for Oakland is Cole Irvin with an ERA of 3.35. His last start, he pitched 8 innings, gave up 1 run and had 4 strikeouts. Houston losing to Oakland yesterday, a very surprising game that they lost. And it just happens. That's how baseball goes. It's an everyday sport. The underdog is going to win a game. That's how it goes usually. It's just, we'll never know when that's going to happen, unfortunately. Odorizzi coming off a bad game, giving up 5 runs, but before that, only allowing run in his two games prior. I don't count on Oakland getting back-to-back wins over Houston here, because Houston's been pretty 6-1 against Oakland in their last 7, so they're not getting too many back-to-back wins. So I'm going to take the Astros on the road. Next matchup, we have the Los Angeles Dodgers versus the Chicago Cubs. Dodgers opening up as home favorites at -240. The Cubs +200 with the over-under at 8.5. Pitching for the Cubs is Drew Smyly with an ERA of 3.80. His last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 0 runs and had 3 strikeouts. Pitching for the Dodgers is Julio Urias with an ERA of 2.57. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run and had 7 strikeouts. The Cubs on a 3-game losing streak against the Dodgers right now. Dodgers on a 6-game winning streak, beating the Cubs the last 3 matchups. Cubs have just looked so bad in this series here. I just simply don't trust them. Love Julio on the mound, and I'm going to take the Dodgers at home. Next matchup, we have the Colorado Rockies versus the Arizona Diamondbacks. Rockies opening up as road favorites at -115. Arizona -105 with the over-under at 9. Pitching for the Rockies is Yerman Marquez with an ERA of 5.90. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 4 runs and had 7 strikeouts. Pitching for the Diamondbacks is Tyler Gilbert with an ERA of 6.86. His last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 1 run and had 2 strikeouts. The Rockies losing 9-2 yesterday against Arizona. Kind of been a back and forth series here. Not in love with either pitcher. Both pitchers giving up a lot of runs here. So the over is probably a nice play, but I'm gonna take Arizona +1.5 at home. Next matchup, we have the San Francisco Giants versus the San Diego Padres. Padres opening up as home favorites at -120. The Giants +100 with the over-under at 7.5. Pitching for the Giants is Alex Wood with an ERA of 4.83. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run and had 4 strikeouts. Pitching for the Padres is Mackenzie Gore with an ERA of 3.18. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run and had 3 strikeouts. The Giants beating the Padres yesterday 3-1. Both teams struggling here. just a matchup I'm ready for it to be over with because it's just not ideal. And I'm still going to take Giants plus 1.5 on the road. I'm just not in love with the Padres as a favorite. Giants winning yesterday, so I'm going to take Giants plus 1.5. Next matchup, we have the New York Yankees versus the Boston Red Sox. Yankees opening up as road favorites at minus 125. Boston plus 115 with the over-under at 9. Pitching for the Yankees is Jamison Tylon with an ERA of 3.63. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 5 runs, and had 5 strikeouts. Pitching for the Red Sox is Nick Pivetta with an ERA of 3.68. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 7 runs, and had 4 strikeouts. The Yankees losing to Boston yesterday 6-5. I mean, what a crazy game that was. Boston getting the win in the very end. So, crazy, but that's how it is. The Yankees are 5-2 on the road against Boston, where they played very well. Nick Pivetta, both pitchers in the last 3 games have given up a lot of runs here, and Boston's got a lot of momentum coming into this with that game yesterday. I'm gonna take the Red Sox plus 1.5 or 1.5 at home. And then the last matchup, we have the Toronto Blue Jays versus the Seattle Mariners. Seattle opening up as home favorites at minus 115. Toronto plus 105 with the over-under at 8. Pitching for the Mariners is Logan Gilbert with an ERA of 2.61. I can't find the pitching stats for Toronto, so that is a 4 p.m. game, so it is like the last game on the slate. So whenever that pitching info does get released, be sure to check that out. Seattle on a 7-game winning streak, on a 3-game winning streak against Toronto. Toronto has just been struggling, 2-8 in their last 10. They have not looked very good here. 1-8 in their last 9, 1-6 on the road against Seattle. I gotta ride Seattle. Love Logan Gilbert on the mound. Seattle on a nice winning streak. They're playing really good baseball right now. Hard to trust Toronto, and I think I'm going to take Seattle at home. That's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Sunday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Monday. Have a good one.